You know, I've been in this mental health space and I've seen how it's gone through so many different shifts, but I feel like we're at a time where we're open to new ideas, we're open to accepting others in a way that maybe we've never been open to before. And that's such an awesome and beautiful thing when it centers around this space. But I also notice once we leave the mental health dialogue, things start to get ugly really fast. Things start to get judgmental really fast. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What can we bring that mental health into some of these other issues and these other challenges, these political challenges, these financial challenges? We need to maintain this mental health space and this area of awareness and compassion and patience with ourselves, patience with our communities, developing a sense of community. And this is some of the stuff that I'm working on right now. I'm so passionate about community and finding that sweet spot, that space where we can feel like ourselves, where we can feel at home. This is how we can help manage those volatile symptoms or those that uncertainty that might arise, that give rise to some mental health issues, or that might encroach on some of the traumas that we're still working through. That sense of community and fellowshipping with others and our friendships and, nurturing these spaces and not being afraid to say, I need help. I need to be around you right now. Can I have a hug? All of those things are so helpful, so important. And right now, we're just in a time where we need to bring the mental health into life, into the everyday challenges that we're facing, and not leaving it in the mental health dialogue space. And then we go treat others like shit online, excuse my French, or like crap, or we're unkind, or we're short. Let's bring that mental health dynamic. Well, what is that mental health dynamic? Well, that mental health dynamic to me is an awareness that we need to tend to the emotions and tend to the mind and tend to self-healing, tend to healing tactics, emotions, and things that we have learned here. Some of the coping mechanisms that are out there, whatever it is that we're doing with our therapy, our therapists, whatever we're learning, the breathing techniques that we're learning, all of that. We need to start bringing that into our everyday lives, guys. And I'm trying my best to do the same thing. I'm walking right now out in my neighborhood, and I do my long walks, my power walks every morning. It used to be about fitness, and I believe fitness is important. Don't get me wrong. I'm vegan now. I practice a vegan diet for the most part, except for when my mom is making her legendary, and I repeat, legendary catfish. I can't, that's when the vegan goes out the window. But other than that, I don't do the dairy. I don't do any of the other stuff. And it's really helped out my mental health symptoms. It's really helped. I've had a couple episodes, very short. Actually, there weren't really episodes. I guess you would just call them moments. But it did require my having to revisit the whole mental health care system. And it was triggered by some of the things happening with COVID and whatnot. But what I can say is, thanks to my diet and thanks to the support of having a strong, close-knit family and resources, I was able to, my medication, I was able to, rebound within just a few days. And I can honestly say, I give my diet the credit for that, but then also, just years in this space has taught me not to judge myself. And so because of that, I don't judge myself too harshly when I have these episodes, because, I shouldn't say episodes. I don't judge myself too harshly because I understand the ramifications of a depressive episode. And that usually is on the backbone of self-judgment and harsh self-judgment. And I try to just stay away from all that ugliness, and at the same time have self-compassion, which is something that breeds societal and compassion with your friends and family. Actually, when we have self-compassion, it allows us to demonstrate that with others. So when others are being really not compassionate and being, excuse my French, assholes and very short and impatient, well, that's just indicative of the way they are with themselves, probably, and they're judging themselves probably harshly. So don't get caught up in that matrix, right? But if you can, do your best to just be patient and let it slide off and go back into kindness, and try to bring that mental health back into your everyday situations, your relationships with family, and yeah, get back into nature. Take those walks. Those walks are my mental sanity. And I'm just so grateful to have that, and to be able to have that, to be able to have that as a resource, right? A resource that's completely free, and it probably has the biggest payoff of anything that I can, probably has one of the biggest payoffs, right? So yeah, thank you for the birthday wishes, you guys. I really appreciate it. Today, this last week, my birthday was on the 5th, and I didn't really do much. I ended up taking a really long nap that ended up screwing with the rest of the evening, and I ended up having to cancel plans. But just so grateful to be alive, and working on art, working on poetry, but more importantly, just I want to do more of these videos talking about ways that we can utilize mental health resources and enhance our mental well-being for people, especially that are experiencing severe symptoms. Hi, a neighbor's dog. All right, take care, you guys. I love you. I really do. And I want to talk to you guys more, and any comments that you might have, questions that you might have regarding how to cope with certain symptoms. For those of you who have bipolar or schizoaffective, or might even be on the schizophrenia spectrum, please post them down there, and in my future videos we'll start talking, we'll start having some real conversations. Okay, all right. I'm excited.